Hey there, it's Heather with Tiller Money here. I just want to show off a couple of the new features available in AutoCat Beta that's getting ready to be more widely released. For some of you, you already have access to this beta feature in the Tiller Money Feeds add-on, and it's just a really awesome new version of AutoCat. So I wanted to show off some of the cool features. So just like the previous version, you can use AutoCat to help you categorize transactions based on content in the description column in the transaction sheet, right? So I have this climax climbing description. I have my AutoCat rule here set up to categorize those transactions that contain that description keyword with the category climbing gem. So now with the new AutoCat, you can run it directly from the sidebar in the Tiller Money Feeds add-on. I'll keep these two settings as is right now. I'll explain those in a minute, but I'll just go ahead and run it, and it should pick up those 3 transactions in the last 90 days that have that description. So that's sort of old news. AutoCat's always been able to do that. A new really awesome feature is you can use AutoCat and set up a single rule for multiple descriptions. So let's say that I have multiple coffee shops that I visit and I want to grab them all in a single rule. I can do that by taking a unique keyword and putting it in quotes and then separating it in commas, separating those keywords with a comma, and then I can get multiple of them. So I'm going to change the setting now past 90 days to full transaction history just because I don't think I have any odds cafe transactions in the last 90 days. This setting is really just to improve performance. Past 90 days is the default here, just so it will only look at your last 90 days and not try to run through your whole transaction sheet. If you have a large data set there, it can just run a little bit more slowly, so it's just a performance thing. So I'll go ahead and run it again here, and we should see it pick up quite a few transactions, and I'll just double check, but it looks like it did get those high five and a few odds cafe. I think there's one down here at the very bottom. It also got more of those climbing gem ones. So let's see, where is that odds cafe? There we go, coffee, boom. So single rule for all my coffee shops. Now, the next cool feature I want to show off in the new version of AutoCat is the concept of column overrides. So previously you were only able to override the category column in the transaction sheet. Now you can override any column with the exception of date in the transaction sheet. So if I insert one right, I can just title this description, and then now I can actually use AutoCat to override the descriptions and unify them. So just to make sure that this works right, I'm going to clear this out, and I'm going to go ahead and clear this column just so it doesn't get confused, because a lot of those coffee ones are already categorized. But you can see that I have multiple instances of high five coffee. The way the different locations here, things look a little different depending on which location you go to. So I want to just unify those. See, there's one that's different than some of the rest of them. There's one that's high five coffee bar. So I want to make those all the same. So I don't need a category. I can just say high five, and then I can change it to unify it to say high five. And then when I run AutoCat again, it's going to just basically change all of those descriptions to say high five. I can also do this with Whole Foods, for example. It's got this weird sort of truncated description there, and I want to make it look nicer. So I can run it again, and it should pick up all of those Whole Foods transactions and change them to Whole Foods. Boom, look at that. So I can do that for other columns, including custom columns. Like if I have a tags column or a note column, I can apply notes and tags based on the other filter criteria, such as description contains, account contains, so on and so forth. So those are just a couple of the awesome new features available in the AutoCat beta. We hope that you'll try it out and provide some feedback over on the Tiller Money community. Thanks for watching.